Hello students, welcome back to the science class. We are doing chapter number 2, microorganisms, friend or foe. In this chapter we have studied what are microorganisms, their 5 groups and the uses of microorganisms. Children, we know that those organisms which cannot be seen with naked eyes are called microorganisms. In the beginning of the chapter, we have also discussed about the 5 groups, the algae, bacteria, fungi, protozoa and virus. Now out of this, some of them are useful and some of them are harmful. Right? The uses of microorganisms we have already discussed in the previous videos. In commercial use, which microorganisms are useful. Then in medical field, which microorganisms are useful and which microorganisms clean the environment and help in agriculture or making the soil fertile. Now, as I had already discussed with you, that there are some microorganisms which are harmful, like some of the bacteria are harmful, some of the fungi are harmful, protozoa and virus, almost all of them are harmful. Now, how these microorganisms affect the other living organisms, how they cause harm to humans, animals, plants, etc. This is what we are going to talk about in this video. Now, microorganisms mainly harm us in 2 different ways. One is by causing diseases and second is by spoiling the food and other items. First, we shall talk about diseases in human beings. Microorganisms cause many diseases in human beings. Like viruses cause chickenpox, measles, COVID, influenza, common cold and so many other diseases. Bacteria cause typhoid and other diseases. Protozoa like Plasmodium, they are responsible for causing malaria in human beings. Similarly, microorganisms also harm animals by causing disease in the animals, especially in the grazing cattle. The microorganisms, they cause diseases like rinderpest, foot and mouth disease. Now these kind of diseases, whether they are caused in animals or in human beings, they are mostly communicable. Communicable means these diseases are spread from one organism to another. Right? It may be spread by air, water, contact, like that way. So similarly, in animals also, when these kind of diseases are there, like for example, this foot and mouth disease. This is caused when the cattle are grazing together on the same stalk, right? So these microorganisms, they get transferred through the food from one animal to another. Other one very deadly disease which used to occur in the olden times in cattle was anthrax. And this anthrax especially occurs in the cattle as well as animals like sheep. This also used to get transferred to human beings, but nowadays it is mostly controlled. Then there is rinderpest, then fin rot. These are some of the diseases caused by microorganisms in animals. Now coming to the diseases in the plants. Bacteria, virus and fungus. These also bring about diseases in plants. You must have seen spots on oranges and lemon. The brown colored spots on oranges and lemon, that is citrus canker. Right? Then some kind of fungus, it causes disease called apple scab in apples. Right? Then rust of wheat. The leaves of the wheat plant, they become brownish, they get covered with rust-like substance, and this damages the growth of the plant, it reduces the yield and it makes the fruit also useless. right? So these are the some of the diseases which are occurring in plants, animals and humans. Now, regarding these diseases, I have also posted one more video already. That also I will be giving you the link in the description. You can refer that video also. Then the next uh, harm which microorganisms cause is food spoilage. Food spoilage is one of the major problems which we are facing. Wastage of food is because of this, because we are not able to preserve the food for a long time due to these microorganisms, right? We are living in a hot and humid country where microorganisms thrive, or you can say they live very successfully, right? Because high temperature and humidity is very suitable for the growth of microorganisms. That is why food gets spoiled easily in the summer and monsoon season in comparison to the winter season. Suppose you leave some leftover food in your tiffin and you forget the tiffin in the school. Just open that tiffin next day. You will be getting a very foul smell, and if it is 2-3 days old, then you might see some cottony outgrowth also in it. So that is caused by microorganisms. The food is spoiled by this. There are some signs of the food which is spoiled. You can identify whether the food has been spoiled or not. That is, one is because of the smell. Then if some liquid is there, you'll see bubbles, some gaseous substance coming out from it. And if it is solid, by the touch we can feel it becomes slimy, or some cottony or white colored substance is deposited on it. So that is spoilage of food. Now how we can prevent this spoilage of food, we will be studying in the next video, that is about food preservation. Okay. Now and last but not the least, microorganisms also cause damage to clothes and leather, because clothes and leather, they are also subject to decomposition. So microorganisms can decompose these substances. And in the rainy season, you must have seen fungus growing on the leather shoes or something which have been left over, right? So this kind of things also get spoiled because of microorganisms. So children, these are some of the harmful effects of the microorganisms. I hope this video will help you to understand this topic. Go through the book, and in case of any doubt, feel free to ask. Thank you.